Hey, so long time no see. I know some of you are really like, who is she? We haven't seen her in forever. I'm good. I just haven't prioritized filming. So I thought, I'm on break right now. I'm on my Christmas break. So I thought maybe I would do like a vlog of like a couple of days in this break. Just kind of catch up with you guys. Talk about what I've been reading and stuff. I'm good, I promise. I'm really good. I just have not filmed. There's been times whenever I was like, just not in the mood. Like I wasn't struggling or anything really. I just didn't get in front of the camera. Yeah, so it is Tuesday, December the 20th. I think you guys noticed I haven't done Vlogmas. But yeah, so here I am. What I'm actually doing today, and I'll show you guys, is I've been watching some like YouTube and, catching up on some videos like That's Reagan, Bruce Project. And I've also, it's hard to see because I got the light on, but I've been working on like a diamond painting project. I initially was just doing it for like the fun creative aspect of it, and then I really am liking how it turns out, so I might actually push through and do like a gift thing. Not sure. I'm also enjoying some cold coffee. But yeah, I just thought like it would be a good idea to, turn on the camera and like kind of catch up with you guys a little bit. So there's that. Yeah, so things that I have on my agenda for today, I want to wrap some Christmas presents, and I guess I could show you a couple of the things I want to wrap. I also want to do some reading, and I think I will show you what I'm reading and where I am as far as my goals for, like, how many books I've read and my goals for this year or whatever. Yeah, but I just wanted to kind of, like, get back into it, so here I am, trying to get back into it. I washed my hair this morning, and in an effort to, like, I don't know, like, be lazy, I didn't blow dry it, so this is what it looks like when it's, like, somewhat dry, but also, like, no heat. It's kind of like, but, yeah, so, probably brush it out and put it into a bun before the day is over, because that's just how I am. But anyway, hey, I'm back, and I will see you guys in the next clip. Hey. So it is now about 2 o'clock, and I got to a stopping point on the diamond painting I was working on, and I decided I was hungry and wanted to make myself a late lunch. So I'm just making some, like, pasta-roni noodles because I am a garbage human being, and yeah, I'll just make a little noodle lunch of that. So I thought while I was in the kitchen I would set you guys up and we could talk about, what I'm reading, because I think my plan now is to take a break from the diamond painting. Like when I hold the little tools, my hand will get tired, repetitive movement, right? Oh, look, I'm wearing Christmas nails. I painted these like a week ago, and I put them on last night because I thought this week, I need to wear them this week. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So I'm going to take a break. I'm going to eat. I'm going to, read a little bit. So what am I going to read? Well, I am reading King of Battle and Blood by Scarlett St. Clair. I'm about, I don't know, like 60 pages in, I think. Yeah, I think I'm like on page 60 something. I'm like 60 pages in. It's good. I think I need to get a little farther in it before I can like form any like real opinions, but so far it's, about what I was expecting. I think I think I fall within that camp where, like, every now and then I want to read something that's, like, really spicy. I think maybe it'll scratch that itch. That's the only physical book that I have going on right now. I think that I have an audiobook going. I just started. I'm working my way through those Penny Reid books about the. My son just got out of the shower. Those Penny Reid books about the Winston brothers. They're like a set of, I think, 5 or 6 brothers who live in like the Appalachian area, like Kentucky. And the audiobooks are great. Like the audiobook narrators for those books are great. I think I've gotten through, like there's like spin-off series and stuff. So before that, the audiobook I was listening to was Engagement and Espionage by Penny Reid, which was a like sort of a cozy mystery based around 2 of the characters. And like it gets a little convoluted because you have to read certain books before you read other books or else you get spoiled, which to me the spoilers, like, it's not that big of a deal, but you know, if I can help it, I'll help it and not read them out of order. And so like I inserted that one in between because there's a 3.5 or a 4.5 book that I would like to read that's not about one of the brothers. It's about 2 side characters from another book. I know, like I told you guys, it gets really convoluted. So anyway, I have cats. I have one of those queued up. I've only like literally gotten through like chapter 1 on that. On my Kindle, I started a holiday Kindle book that's like on Kindle Unlimited, and then I have The Humans by Matt Haig that I'm like halfway done with. I don't know how I feel about Matt Haig books. I wonder if I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with that. But I'm just not, I don't know, I'm just not feeling that book, which is why it's taken me so long. And I'm still in that Star Wars book that I've been reading since like July. Oh, oops. So I'm wondering if I should pick up like something that's not vampire erotica. I don't know. I might like I haven't picked up a nonfiction, so I might look at my nonfiction shelf and see if there's something nonfiction. As far as like book reading goes, like it is December the 20th, and as I stand here, I have finished 120 books this year. Yay! So I've surpassed all my goals, and now everything that I finish between now and the end of the year is just cake. It's just extra. Which honestly, like I was thinking about like goal setting and stuff because we're getting to that. I'm like, little packet. Like that time of the year to start thinking about those. And I honestly think that 2023, I'm going to be very kind to myself as far as setting my goals because I feel like I've focused on things, and I need to think about why am I focusing on the things that I'm focusing on? Why am I setting the goals that I'm setting? Put it in the noodles. And like, because the goals themselves are one thing, and then the why behind the goals is another thing. And so I just think that maybe I should like spend a little more time on that too. But anyway, so I will let you guys know how that goes, like do a little more reading. I don't have any like firm goals because I feel so good. It's like a weight has been lifted off me, and now I'm just like reading whatever I want. Like, I don't know. So I'll probably read a little bit more of King of Battle and Blood. I'm trying to get to a point where I'm just like in it. Like I really want to read it, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so I'll check in with you guys after I get settled in and I get a little bit read. Hey everyone, so reading update. I read about 40 pages before I took a nap. So my hair's all crazy because I slept in my braid. So what I'm about to do, I'm going to wash my face, take my makeup off, moisturize, and then I guess read a little bit more. I want to give you guys like a better synopsis of what I'm reading, and then probably do some more diamond painting, because I have a plan for the thing that I'm working on, and I feel like energized for that. I also need to do some knitting. I haven't knitted anything in a long time, but I bought some yarn and some big needles, and I want to do a gift. And since it's such a easy project, I think I could do it just fine. So anyway, just wanted to check in with you guys. I did some reading, took a nap. It's now like 7 p.m., but I'm not going to go to bed anytime soon. So, oh, and I also need to play on my Switch. I've been playing, I don't know if you guys are into it, but like I've been playing Dreamlight Valley, which is the Disney sort of like Animal Crossing, but it's Disney. So fun. I'm probably going to play a little bit of that. I ran to the store and got myself a vitamin water. I'm addicted to vitamin water, in case y'all didn't know that. I know it's not like good for you, but it's like if I want to drink something that's like not carbonated, but not just like plain old water, these hit the spot. So anyway, I also need to charge this battery a little bit. So anyway, I'll check in with you guys in just a little bit. Hey. So it is about 10:25 and the house is quiet. I wanted to do an update. So I didn't really talk about the physical book I'm reading. So the physical book I'm reading, and I took the jacket off because I always take the jackets off, but you can see it here. King of Battle and Blood by Scarlett St. Clair. The edition that I'm reading is one that I got in my Unplugged book box a while back, and it has the signed book plate. And it's this nice hardback edition. So what this book is about, it is like, I think it's new adult, it's high fantasy. So it's set in a world where there's like a specific map. You can see like a specific map. So it's set in this fantasy world, and in it has all these kingdoms of people, and the big issue is that now there's vampires in this world. And the vampires, the people believe that because of the vampires, now you have like these other types of monsters. Like right in the first few pages, the main character, her name is Isolde. They call her Issy. She kills one of these monsters or whatever. And she's a princess. And she's not just any princess. She's one of those princesses that fights. She's like a battle princess, right? And we learn really quickly that she's very headstrong, she's very intelligent, she's great in battle, and she, it's just her and the king, her father, the queen has passed on, and she has sort of come to terms with this idea that she's going to have to rule. So that's cool. But then the vampire army has made its way through some of the kingdoms, and before we even begin the book, her father has sort of met with or decided that instead of fighting these vampires and so many people dying, that he's going to surrender to them. And the way that I think it's going to work, or the way that it was planned to work, is he's going to still be like king of his people, and the vampire is like the king, and they won't have to battle them, because apparently in the past other kingdoms had entire armies like wiped out because the vampires were so strong and fierce and hard to kill and all that good stuff. So the king vampire is Adrian. He's got like a long name, but Adrian basically. And when they meet to finalize the surrender, Adrian tells the king that he wants to marry the princess, Isolde. And she's not happy about that, but she agrees because she believes that it is a way that she can serve her kingdom, that by marrying him, she will be able to influence him or maybe kill him. I don't know. And the magic system is not too clear, but so far what I've gathered is vampires can influence your feelings. They can maybe read your thoughts. They're super strong. They drink blood, and all that. But I'm still like early on, like I may be in the first quarter of the book, so there's a lot that I don't know. And it's got some graphic sex scenes coming up. I haven't gotten to them yet. I've just gotten to like the sexy thoughts, but this is definitely not YA. Like this book cannot go to my classroom. This book will have to stay here at my house. And I've read a few like when I added it on Goodreads, I read a few like reviews and people were like, this is just vampire smut erotica, and I was like, okay, yeah. That doesn't bother me. Like there's a time and a place to read that stuff, and like now's the time, so here we are. So yeah, I just thought I would talk about it a little bit. I haven't read enough of it to really give anything more than just that. Where I'm at in the book, the wedding has taken place and we're getting to the wedding night. So I think I'm like right about on the edge of like some of these sex scenes. And then there's a second book already. I think it's out. So if I like these characters and I like this story, then I'll go into it. I could go into the next book, so there's that. And also, Scarlet St. Clair has several other books. There's like some Persephone and Hades, books. And but I'm real hesitant to read some of those because like I've been burned too many times by retellings in the last couple of years. So I will like leave it at that. On as far as like audiobooks go, like I'm sitting at my desk and I'm in this like family room. You can see like family room stuff behind me. There's like a couch behind me. I'm watching YouTube videos, but I'm also sometimes I'll turn on my audiobook because I'm working on a diamond painting. I actually think this one is going to end up being a gift. Like I'm going through it really fast. Like this is all today so far, and today's not over. It's only 10 something, and I won't go to bed for a little bit longer, so I can either finish my video or turn on the audiobook and keep going on this. This is, you could see it's blank. And so what I'm doing is I'm filling it in with just a mismatch, sort of like an abstract. And it's the first that I've done that's like that doesn't follow like a for sure pattern. So I'm kind of digging this. This is kind of cool. But anyway, as far as the audiobook that I'm reading right now, it is Dr. Strangebeard. It is number 5 in the Winston Brothers books. So Penny Reed is a romance author, and this set, which is number 5, so there's not a whole lot I can say about it, but it follows this family of brothers. They're the Winston brothers. They're adult brothers, and it's about each one of them, and I think their sister, falling in love and that. And what I really like about these books is that I've been getting them on Audible. They're part of the Audible Plus. They all have very distinct personalities, and Penny Reed is not afraid of incorporating, I mean, yes, you've got like some steaminess. Yes, it's romance, so you got your happily ever after, but there's like issues, like different characters have different personality types. Some of the characters are dealing with things from their past, or they're dealing with like mental health issues or societal issues or whatever. And so this one follows I think the youngest brother. I think it's the youngest brother, and he's come back into town, and I think it's going to end up being a friends to lovers romance, because the love interest that they were friends when they were kids, and then they grew apart and they went off to college, and now they're back to town, right? And part of what I like about these audiobooks is that the narrators are great. So this one is narrated by Chris Brinkley and January Lavoie. I think that's right. Chris Brinkley is doing most of the brothers like in these books. And a lot of the women have been voiced. Like the previous book I was listening to was a narrator called Joy Nash. and she's really awesome too. So I'm only in chapter 2. So there's not a lot I can say about it, but I can say that they're fun to listen to, and they have enough excitement, and it's like Penny Reed built this whole like romance world, like this whole town, and then so each book sort of builds, and so like this is number 5, and so I'm really digging it. I'm really liking it. So that's where I am on that. I'm going to stop here and get back to this diamond painting. But good morning. I am up for a while. I might take a nap later. I don't know. It just depends on how I feel, because I'm up earlier than I intended to be. So what I'm doing this morning, I'm enjoying some coffee, and then I'm going to spend a little time on the Switch playing a little Dreamlight Valley. And then also going to spend a little time this morning reading a little bit more. I did not read any farther last night. I spent time working on my diamond painting, and I spent time listening to my audiobook. So the audiobook that I've been listening to during this vlog is Dr. Strangebeard, which is one of those Penny Reed romances. I'm now in chapter 8, and it's really interesting because it's still like friends to lovers, but it's there's like a police investigation in it now, which is interesting because it's like apparently this whole time some of the characters that you've seen in other books, that now we realize some more interesting information about them, and so this is, along with the romance, this book is like gonna probably get us some of that information. So I'm really into that. I'm really interested in that. So I think what I'll do is enjoy my coffee and kind of like wake up slowly, spend some time playing my Switch, and then I'll transition to reading a little bit. I made a lot of progress on the diamond painting that I was working on yesterday, and so here in a little bit I'll probably go into the other room, because I'm in the bedroom right now. I'll probably go into the other room and work on that diamond painting some more, because when I first started it, it was like, let's see how this turns out, and I really like how it's turning out, and I think I'm going to include it as a Christmas gift, and so I need to finish it, you know, before we get to this weekend, because today's the 21st. So, and also, I know everybody's dealing with this in the US right now. It's really cold. There's like this Arctic front that's coming down, and and so right now where I'm at, it's in the 40s. And I know that else, like farther north, it's like really, really cold. We're supposed to have freezing weather for Christmas, which is a little concerning, because the last time we had a big freeze, which was in 2021, Texas experienced a lot of problems. I'm not in the parts of Texas that had the most problems. I live closer to Louisiana, so I'm on a different grid. Thank goodness. But it is a little, like, you know, concerning. So anyway, I'm going to stay cozy. I'm going to play on my Switch. I'm going to do a little reading, and I'll check back with you guys in a little while. Hey, so today didn't go as planned. I took a nap. And then I worked on this diamond painting. I'll show you the progress that I've made. So I'm a little more than halfway done with it. It's, you know, coming along. I'm really liking it. Although, I will say, I ordered a frame to put it in, because I want to give it as a gift. And
the frame is not the right size. But I think I have other diamond paintings that I could put in that frame, so I'm not, it's not like a waste of a frame, but it's not the frame I need for that one. So I am going into Beaumont tomorrow to go see my mom, and I think we're going to go to Target. So I think I'll be able to find a frame at Target tomorrow. I did do some reading, but not as much as I would like. So what I think I'm going to do is set a timer and do a little reading sprint to like maybe catch up on the reading. Because like I worked on the diamond painting and then it was late afternoon, and then when my husband got home we had some chicken with some Popeyes. It was good. And then we watched a couple of episodes of the Santa Clauses, which is on Disney Plus. And it was like the first episode, I was like, I don't know about this. But then after we finished the second episode, I was like, yeah, okay, I'm feeling this. So I'm going to set a timer and do a reading sprint, and then we'll see where I am in the reading, and then I will probably work on my diamond painting some more. It is about 8:40, so I won't be going to bed yet, but I have to go to bed at a decent time because I have to be able to get up in the morning to go to my mom's. So there's that. So I'm going to start my reading sprint and see how far I can get. I want to read, if I could get between like 20 and 40 pages read, that would make me kind of happy. And then I can give you guys an update on what I've accomplished on that. So, yeah. So we'll do that. Okay, cool. I'll see you in a bit. Hey, so I wanted to do a reading update and check in. So I settled in on the couch. I made myself a bowl of oatmeal and got to reading. My goal was to read about 30 pages at least, and I was able to read, I think, about 50 pages. So, what can I say? Isolde has married the Vampire King, Adrian, and right after the wedding, and then the wedding wasn't like a regular wedding. It was like kind of somber, like her people were kind of sad, and so they traveled and they left. And in these 50 or so pages, it's been sexy times, but also just traveling back. Like where I've stopped, they haven't even actually made it back to his palace yet. But in this traveling, she's getting to know a few things, and she's seeing some things. So, like, in this world, there was, like, this dark past event in which, they have these goddesses that they worship. One is, like, the goddess of life, I think, and the other one's, like, the goddess of, like, death or whatever. And there was magic in their world, and there was a burning of, like, witches. So, like, in this world, it contains, all these different types of monsters, vampires, and magic, witches. And she's starting to realize that some of the things that she just believed, might not be really what's happening. Like, they find a place on their travels. As they're traveling, they find a village that has suffered some sort of horrible event, and she immediately thinks it had something to do with the vampires. And her new husband is like, well, I sense magic here. And she's like, but I thought all the magic was gotten rid of when they burned all the witches. And he was like, don't be dumb. Like, he didn't say it like that, but that's basically what it meant. And So that's kind of interesting. She's also kind of reconciling, like grieving the position she had. She was a beloved princess, and now she's a queen, but her people like almost immediately turned on her. Like she saw what she was doing as sacrificing herself to be married to this guy so that they could make an alliance and not, do anything to her people, save her father and so on. But the people that she did this for don't seem to see it that way and think of her as like a traitor. Like, I think at one point, like a townsperson or whatever that she encounters calls her a traitor. And so she's like, what? Whoa. Like, she didn't even see it that way. So that's sort of interesting. But yeah, it's kind of moving slowly. I'm not quite halfway finished with it. It's not a very, like, it's not hard. Like, once I kind of get into it, I can kind of, like, truck along, and I'll look down and be like, oh, I just read, like, 10 pages and didn't even notice it. So, it's after 11. So, what I'm about to do is try to go to bed, try to go to sleep, try to get some sleep. Tomorrow, I'm not going to be just sitting at home. I'm going to go into, like, into town. That sounds very country of me. But anyway, go help my mom. And maybe Mom wants to pick up a couple last minute gifts. So, like, I guess I'll go out in public or whatever. But, so yeah, I've got things to do tomorrow. So, I will read tomorrow, but I don't know what's up with that. So I guess I could take you along. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's what's going on with that. And I will, yeah, I'll pick up. I'll probably try to read a little bit in the morning before we leave, and then I will definitely read at some point whenever I get home, because I do a lot of my reading in the evening when the house kind of settles down. So anyway, all right, well, I will stop this clip here, and I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Hey, so I haven't filmed a clip yet for today. I haven't done any reading. We got up this morning and went to my mom's and had lunch, and then we went to Target, which was, and now I'm back home. My plan for this evening, and then the Arctic air is hitting. Like, it dropped like 10 degrees from the time I left my mom's to getting home. So I was like, oh, I'm going to get home and get cozy. But anyway, my plan for tonight is to snuggle up and work on my diamond painting. I got a frame that fits it when I was at Target. And then I also want to do a lot of reading. I've gotten to a point in the book, King of Battle and Blood, where I'm like invested. So I want to know what's going to happen, because the protagonist, the main person, Izzy, is realizing there's a lot of shit she doesn't really know. So she's learning, and I'm here for it, for her, like, start figuring things out, because, like, she did not know about, like, a lot about, like, vampire culture, and she's learning how it works, and yeah, so I will, it's only like 5:30 right now, so yeah, I'm about to settle in, work on my diamond painting, I'll do some more reading, and I'll check in a little bit. Hey, so, update. It is like 10:30. I read 20 more pages of King of Battle and Blood. And it's good. It's kind of slow moving, but it's building into, like, what needs to happen, I guess, for the protagonist to get where she needs to get mentally. So that puts me about halfway with it. And then I got motivated to work on this diamond painting, so I'll show you guys. So here it is. This is all I have left. Okay. When I went to Target earlier, I was able to get a frame. But before I can frame it, I have to roll it with this. I have this, I'll show you guys. For those of you who don't diamond paint, I have to roll it with this little roller to press the drills into the sticky canvas. And then I have to seal it and let it dry completely before I can frame it. So, what I decided to do is I'm going to turn on my audiobook and listen to that. And try to do as much of this as I can so that I can roll it tonight before I go to bed, and then seal it in the morning. And then, so anyway, just as a reminder, the audiobook that I'm listening to is the number 5 in the series, the Winston Brothers series. So it's Dr. Strangebeard, and it's book 5. And I'm into it. It's fast. What I realized is it's fast forwarded through a few years, and some things have happened. So I kind of was spoiled for a couple of things, but they actually make me kind of more interested in another one of the books that is sort of like a filler book. So I'm kind of interested to go back to that one. But anyway, I'm probably just over halfway done. I'm on chapter 17, so I can show you there. I'm on chapter 17, so I'm just over like halfway done. And it's a romance. There's some steamy romance stuff, but Penny Reed romances are a little bit more like the yearning, the pining. I mean, yes, there's some steamy, sexy times, but it's not the spiciest stuff I've ever read. There's spicier scenes in King of Battle Blood. But it's the plot and the characters that are moving it along, because not only are they like pining or whatever, but there's like police stuff happening. So there's that. So anyway, all that to say, I'm going to turn on this audiobook. I'm going to work on this diamond painting, and I'll probably check in with you guys tomorrow. So tomorrow, if I have more of the audiobook to listen to, I will continue with it, because I can do that while I knit. The problem is diamond painting and knitting require my eyeballs. So it's hard for me to read physical books while I'm doing those things. And so sometimes I catch up on like YouTube videos, because I went through a stretch where I was not getting on YouTube at all. So I do have some of those, but yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, because I don't have to read any of these by a certain time. Like, there's no due dates, what I want. So yeah, so anyway, that's the plan for right now, and I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Maybe I'll have a finished diamond painting to show you. it is almost 10 on December 23rd. So I finished the diamond painting last night before I went to bed, and I wasn't tired, so I went ahead and sealed it so it could dry overnight. So here in a little while, I'll go in there and I'll work on framing it, and then I'll show you guys the finished product. The cold front came in, and it's like 20 degrees outside, I think. Let me see. Yeah, it's 20 degrees. So we're in a hard freeze warning all day today. I don't think it's supposed to get above freezing today. And so yeah, that's really cold for us. Where I live is pretty far south, and so we don't get very cold like this very often. So we're not used to it. So let's see. It is so to put it in perspective like for like people who are not used to like Fahrenheit, it is -6 degrees Celsius. If that helps anyone. Anyway, so I did not finish the audiobook, but I am almost done with it. I think last night I was at like 70% done, I think, something like that. So I will definitely listen to it more whenever I'm like knitting later. I'm not knitting right now. I'm like so cold. I'm also like snuggled up. I'm in my bedroom, snuggled up in bed under a blanket. As far as reading King of Battle and Blood, I was actually reading just a little bit ago this morning. So I've only read like 10 or 15 pages since the last time I checked in. So not much more to say on that. But yeah, like I'm just going to say snuggled up in bed and read some more, and then I can check in later. I don't plan on going anywhere today. Like, plan on staying home and not being out in this cold. Like staying warm in my blanket. But yeah, that's where I am right now. I just wanted to check in real quick and just kind of plugging along at these. I hope I will finish this audiobook today. And I can give you guys some thoughts on it. And then I'm gonna try to put a big chunk in the other one. I don't know that I'll finish it, but I mean I'll put a dent in it today. So all right, I'll see you guys in the next clip. Hey, so I'm here to finish up the vlog. It's a little bit later, but only like a couple of days. Like, y'all don't need to see all the Christmas stuff. So I was able to finish 2 books during this vlog. I finished my audiobook, which was, what was it? Dr. Strangebeard, which was number 5 in the Penny Reed romance series about the Winston brothers. I've talked about it a bit. I ended up giving it 3 stars. It's a solid romance. I didn't like it as much as some of the other ones, but it was good. It was good. Okay. The other book that I finished was my physical book, King of Battle and Blood by Scarlett St. Clair. This book is a fantasy romance with vampires and magic and all of that. I enjoyed it. I think as far as like this kind of book goes, it fell within all the usual tropes. I'm probably gonna give it about a 3-star on my Goodreads, simply because I wasn't really surprised and the pacing was a little weird. Like, I honestly had to get within the last like 20 pages to get to like the climactic part, and then it kind of ends like to push you into the next book, which is cool, but I don't know, we'll see. It was very steamy, sexy times, and the characters were interesting, and so yeah, no complaints. It for what it was
was what it was. Like, it was good what it was. Like, if you're looking for, like, high literary fiction, like, don't go there. Neither one of these romance books are for you. These romance books are, like, fun. You know, enjoyable if you enjoy reading romance, that kind of thing. So anyway, thank you for watching my vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna try to film more, and maybe if I can do a few minutes here, a few minutes there on vlogs, then I'll be able to do that. So anyway, I guess I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.